always want to talk about the European Atlantic uh, slave trade.
Yeah.
But they never talk about the real slave trade that was worse than all that. That's still going on. The Arab slave trade. See what I'm saying? That's estimated to have killed over 100-something million Africans. Literally, like 30 times more than the European translate.
Check it out. They won't even acknowledge that the Africans were actually selling the slaves to these people in the first place. They want us to believe that these white folks and these Arabs were so strong, they were just going to Africa and just snatching people up themselves. No, that's not true.
Bro, that's why they gave The Woman King, that movie, The Woman King. That's why they gave so many low ratings. That was a powerful movie, one of the best movies I've seen all year. They gave it low rating because it opened up the black slave trade, showing how we sold our own people and that the white person was not conquering Africa to dominate and control like that.
Well, the reason they didn't like that movie is because they kind of made that tribe, the Dahomey tribe, out to be like heroes or something.
Right, when they actually, and what was showing how they was actually responsible for destroying Africa by selling their own people as cargo for trade. And then what happens is they rated it low scores because they didn't want to rate it high score where people would want to go watch it to actually get educated on what was really taking place. So they rated it low to avoid people from wanting to watch it, but at the same time they want to rate it too low so it wouldn't look so obvious that they were going against it.
Now, I thought that movie was like at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You said what?
On the Rotten Tomatoes website, I thought the movie was like at 100%.
Yeah, but I think they only rated it like on 10 stars. They only gave it like 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you this because a lot of people were upset that they were making the Dahomey tribe out to be like they were trying to end slavery, but that's not true. Because you saw in the movie, they tell the truth about how they were actually slave owners and all that, but they were trying to make the claim that they were going to stop, and it was actually the evil Europeans that were trying to continue the slave trade, but that's not true. If anything, the Europeans are the ones that shut down the slave trade. They shut that shit down.
Facts. And they never like to acknowledge that. And America don't never address it because they have too many.
They get money. They like the division. They like the racism.
No, here's the reason why they never mentioned the Arab slave trade because they in foreign relations they have all these mega business dealings with the Arabs.
The Saudis.
About what's going on. They don't even talk about they don't even address them on the human trafficking that they still doing.
Bro, did you see the video when Joe Biden went to Saudi Arabia? He actually bowed down to their prince.
Fact.
Trump would never. Like, what? You gonna bow down to that nigga? Like, they be trafficking little boys. There was a Marine that was stationed in Saudi Arabia that said he saw the Saudi, officers, they had, like, a little boy tied up in a room, and they were all raping the little boy. And then when he went to report it to his higher-ups, they told him to shut up about it and to mind his business.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. And it's like the first thing they want to take away from everybody. The first thing they want to take away from everybody is your freedom of speech, because they understand that it's power in your voice and it's power in the truth. And what happens when you tell the truth, you can begin to unite the people to open up their understanding to truth. And if they believe in the person who's giving them the truth, by the lifestyle by which it's backed up in the truth, they become leaders in the movement by which it becomes a force and threat. See, it's called the government, and the government is to control. But the government understands the greatest power of control is when you silence a person's voice from being heard. And that's why you're seeing now on these apps and things like that, even though we call the United States freedom of speech, now we are restrained from certain words that we can say and things like that. You get what I'm saying? Right. And it's crazy because it still reminds you of who you are. Like
But bro, I don't know if you've seen this in Canada and in Europe. They're now arresting people who misgender somebody. So if you call like Caitlyn Jenner Bruce and you say that's a man, then you could go to jail.
Facts.
There's somebody that's about to get 3 years in jail for calling a transgender person by their correct gender.
Facts.
That's just crazy, bro. Like this is, and not what's crazy is these people trying to take away people's freedom of speech is crazy because not even God allowed people to have freedom of speech, and that's the all powerful.
Facts.
These people think they're more powerful than the all powerful.
Facts. I had a homosexual try to come at me on Clubhouse because I wouldn't address him. I wouldn't address him as a woman. He came on. He came up on a panel, and I said, "Excuse me, sir. Like, what's your name?" He was like, "Don't tell me that. My name is basically like Keisha." I said, "I'm not calling you no Keisha." He said, "You're not gonna disrespect me neither." I said, "And you're not gonna disrespect me neither." He said, "Well, I think you violating my rights because you trying to address me as a guy when I'm a woman."
That ain't right.
I said, "And you disrespecting my rights by trying to make me lie to believe that you are a woman when you actually a man." Then he got to trying to snap, right? And then I moved him down to the audience. And this is the danger in these things right here, how they try to force these things. Now, the Bible say all liars will have their part in the lake of fire. Let me just show you how dangerous the enemy is, Adept, right? So if all liars gonna have their part in the lake of fire, and y'all trying to force us to call men women who is actually men, you making us liars. And then what you're trying to do is say that, well, the government is greater than God. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I refuse to bow down. I refuse to bow down to the God of homosexuality. I don't care what anybody says. I ain't trying to be your friend. I ain't homophobic, but I'm just...
I believe they have the right to go do what they want to do. They'll be judged for that. But you can't force me to be a part of it.
Not at all. And then trying to make the little kids be it. You get what I'm saying? Like you make it alphabet.
Bro, did you hear? Bro, they said 40%. 40% of Generation Z. So these are kids born after 1997. 40% of them identify as gay.
Which is terrible, man. That's what
crazy, bro.
Look, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like when I be addressing that stuff, man, I have to open up the horrors of what's really going on because people so desensitized. They look at the names or phrases that's being stated in that because they want to paint a picture of some type of liberty or loving type of freedom type thing, when in reality, it's not. When you see, again, like remember how we were showing the books that they just brought out of the children, where they were L is for lesbian, B is for bi. Now,
they said, what is the gay BCs? They were trying to get these the gay BCs.
Yeah, the gay BC. Now, imagine you read that book to your child, and you get they don't know their ABCs, and you like, L is for lesbian, and then your child say, "What's a lesbian?" What do you say? What do you say when your child say, and when you tell them B is for bi, like the book say, like this is what the book got. This look,
this is the craziest part, dude. They want to introduce these to kids, right? But and I would be against them talking about straight heterosexual sex as well to these kids. But y'all introducing gay sex to these kids before they even know about heterosexual sex.
Because okay, now Adept, you know exactly about this, right? You know, in the Luciferian spiritual witchcraft that they practice in, it teaches them that the greatest power to achieve is when you going through the children, whether you're going sexually or whether you offering them as sacrifices. That's how they hit that ceiling of spirituality in that satanic religion to bring them to this higher connection and graces with Lucifer himself through the children, and this is exactly what you see happening. They brooding these things to actually strip the parents of their rights, to strip the adults from speaking out against, to give them complete power over the children to manipulate their minds, and then giving the children more power over the parents to actually force the parents in a way where they hesitate to take disciplinary actions on them as a result of the laws being made to restrain them from parenting properly. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. Nah, it's facts.
That's crazy.
But that's why they're going against. I don't know if you saw the governor of Florida. He's trying to ban what they want to call higher African American studies, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds crazy, right? Like, damn, the governor of Florida is trying to stop. Yo, hold on, who's that? What's that? That fucking echo, man.
That might be me. Let me put the ball while you talk.
Yeah. I'll just mute you real quick. My bad. Nah, the governor of Florida.
Did everybody? Was I supposed to do that right?
Yeah, you can mute everybody.
I'm trying to just mute me.
Yeah, just click on your mic.
Well, mine say mic is on.
Oh, there you go. Nah, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he wants to ban something called African American Studies. But the thing is, that sounds crazy. So that's why the media is like, oh, wow, he's a racist, he's a white supremacist, he's trying to cancel African American Studies. Bro, if you look into this African American Studies course that was in these schools in Florida, how they teaching queer gender theory and transgenderism in African American Studies? How is that African American Studies? But now you got these rappers, you got people on Hot 97, Breakfast Club, they're like, oh, how dare he ban the African American Studies? Fam, it's not African American Studies. You're learning about transgenderism and gender theory and homosexuality. How the fuck does that have to do with African American Studies? It's just wild how they try to package that in with the black people. They try to package in the LGBT stuff.
Facts. Because here's the thing: the reason why they target black people and pushing these products is because we are the one that the world look at that makes things fashionable. We trend. We make it look good. We make everything look good. Whether we doing it in music, whether we doing it in sports, whether we doing it in fashion. We the one that set the trend. No disrespect to other nationalities for the most part, but let's just keep it real. Nobody really wants to wear an outfit because you really see a white person in it. For the most part, they know that black people have influence over the world, by which when we do something, the world tend to want to copy and follow what we do. We make these name brand clothes so fashionable and marketable that it makes people want to go out and buy them. You get what I'm saying? So they use us as the selling pitch for these things. They're not going to brand homosexuality by using a European. They're going to brand homosexuality by using a black person. And that's why you see we are like the poster for homosexuality. And they know that they're going to always get somebody that's willing to sell out to actually do the bidding for them in these situations. And that's why you see, like, in all these sitcoms and movies now, a black part written in for a black person to play the part of a homosexual. Like in every movie, sometimes it ain't even got nothing to do with homosexuality, but a black person as a homosexual.
Disney just did that. Disney came out with a movie where the main characters are black gay kids. It's a gay teen romance with black people. Why? Why y'all doing this? Why? Y'all haven't even released nothing with some gay white kids. But immediately it's the gay black kids are the face of that movie.
Because they understand the influence that we have. And like I say, they're going to always find a black person that's willing to do the job for the love of money. Every time. It ain't gonna never fail. Remember,
I gotta send you a video, Truth. I wish we could play videos on here, man. There's a video of some dude, he just came home, and he's seeing his son for the first time. I guess he was locked up for like 20 years.
Right, I just saw that on Twitter. Like he wanted to have sex with him. He was hugged up with him. Like, man, if you don't get the hell off me, you got a James Harden beard and lipstick on.
Bro, he had the dress. He looked like he was dressed like a Tinkerbell or something with the full James Harden beard.
Come on, man. Like, yeah, I definitely saw it.
The father was like, "How you been, boy?"
That's crazy. Yeah. I like. See,
I can't imagine being in that dude's shoes, man.
Yeah, it's things like that, man. I mean, it's terrible, bro. And even when you see it right now, like again, as we look at things and we see what's going on, man, we can't ignore what's going on. It ain't too many stand-up genuine men in this world. It ain't too many stand-up genuine women in this world. But for the ones that is, we commend you, man, and just always know, no matter what, man, do not give, do not bend, do not compromise, do not sell out your integrity, man, and morality for the things of this world, man, because this all coming to an end soon anyway. But brothers really need to really get it together, man, on some real stuff. And that's the thing I like about what we talk about at times, man. It ain't just battle rap. It's real life. Because at the end of the day, man, your life should count for something, man. Your life should count for something, man. Don't die a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you this question, Adept. Do you believe that the URL represented Pat Stay properly when he died? Do you think they?
Hell no.
I don't know. I'm keeping it 100. I don't really think that they actually did. They didn't do enough for that man. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like Pat Stay was one of the.
There was supposed to be a coming together of the league for that.
It should have been. It definitely should have been, brother.
It was supposed to be, for sure, because he rapped on all of those leagues.
Facts. And I figured that you can't humble yourself at a time like this to set aside your difference, to actually, I understand what you're talking about, but everything ain't business. You get what I'm saying? Some things have to be made personal, just out of love and respect that you claim to have for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. And if it seems like, and if I'm gonna represent this person's life or what he meant or what he stood for, this will be the time that I extend the olive branch to the ones he loved and respect too, that we could, if it's just for this day, just out of respect to him, to do something for this man, rather than just saying, let us just have a moment of silence. Everybody look at the screen, and let's look at a rap he did. Man, get out of here with that trash, man. That man,
that was whack. That was weak.
Right, that man's life meant more to that man. That man was murdered and killed at a club, man. Caught off guard, man. Fight for his life.
That whole story was crazy.
Right,
that story made no sense, really, because the dude knew him beforehand, right?
What you mean?
The Adam Drake dude. I don't know if you saw that. The Adam Drake dude who killed Pat Stay, he was commenting on his Facebook a few months before that, saying, "When I see you, I'm gonna give you a big hug."
But he was making it in a sarcastic way.
I guess. I don't know. It was a few months prior to what happened. But I remember Disaster and them, they were saying that it was that he was breaking up a fight, when that was a complete lie.
Right.
I don't even know why they said that.
Because that's probably what they were told. Usually when something first happened, many stories go out. Somebody said.
But the way Disaster said it was like, he was saying it like it was official. He said, I don't want to hear no other what the fuck is that? No, but Disaster was like, I don't want to hear nothing else. This is what happened. Nobody questioned it. He was breaking up a fight. That's not what happened. It was just weird. It was weird. But back to your point, though, I agree. Like, the URL definitely is not represented correctly. It's crazy that KOTD is doing a whole thing and URL is not involved. Because Organic actually put out the olive branch when Pat Stay died. I saw him post something saying that he wants to put something together with him, URL, and RBE. He wants the league to come together for Pat Stay. And I guess URL wasn't with it.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. See, that's what I mean by money and greed, man. That you could have did a King of the Dot URL where some of the King and organic them. The type of person that wouldn't. First of all, they don't even own battle rappers, so you didn't even, for the most part, even. Man, these brothers, man. That just be crazy, man. And that's exactly. See, you know what's crazy? These battle rappers be tripping me out. Like, okay, for instance, so when K-Shine came out talking about how URL was being so unfair to him about what he did, then you had Twerk and them coming out against K-Shine saying what he's saying.
Yeah, Twerk, Rod, and Calico.
Which I found was crazy when Twerk. I ain't hear what Calico them said, but what was crazy with Twerk when he said such a statement. But just before that, you just was in a battle rap event talking about how you almost died in a car crash, how Smack them treated you so unfair that they didn't even come see you.
They didn't even go see him. That's crazy.
He said they didn't come see him, and he said that financially he didn't have nothing. And it's crazy because he going in talking about all the times I filled these stadiums, these venues, all the tickets I sold, all the events I took.
That wasn't the first guy excited.
Right, he said, and I had to start a GoFundMe. Now he's snapping like all this real and true. So then why would you then go against K-Shine like that if it was true for you? Why it ain't true for him when it was true for you?
It don't make no sense, man. These dudes, they worship that almighty dollar. They're signed on contracts. Their rights are all owned by the URL, man. These dudes, they sad, bro.
And it's over and over again. You see this stuff.
And the only people that do that is because they don't have nothing else. You see, Shine is trying to get out because there's something else out there right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
These other dudes, all they can see is the URL. Like when Yo-Yo did that Dicey shit. He did that because he works with the URL, and all he could see is the URL. I think he did that on purpose, man. The whole Floyd Mayweather thing, how he was hating on it after you called him and tried to put some money in his pocket.
Which made no sense to me, bro, because again, out of all the time we ever did business together, when have I never paid you? I've been paying, look, I've been having you do stuff since the Kill Shot days. I had him doing stuff since my Kill Shot day, paying him from that point, even till recently stuff. Like I said, he did my sister page thing. I called him back and gave him that job too. So it's like, I didn't think about it till you told me that, because I forgot all about that he was with the riot. You get what I'm saying? And I know that, how you was breaking that down, that's affiliated with the URL. I know that the URL feeling some type of way about the money team coming on board because, again, this forces them to do better business to some degree. And that's the thing about the Chrome 23, too, that the URL now is offended of, too. When Remy Ma came in the game, right? So Remy Ma come in the game. She come out the gate like, look, I'm giving all the girls 5 figures who gonna be on the card.
5 figures, bro. Yep.
That's devastating.
And that's setting the standard at that point. That's the first event she's saying. That's setting the standard at that point. 5 figures to every person at the event.
Facts. Look, the standard is so high.
Yeah. Look, 10,000 minimum.
Who is that?
Said $10,000 minimum.
Yeah,
$10,000 minimum. Fact.
Right. Now that's a lot of money, seeing that some of them girls were barely even getting 1,000. So she definitely set the standard. But guess what? Leagues see that and they offended in that, because now that means you have to come up
Rising there. Tides raise all boats.
Right. You have to come up there now. So now you just set the scale up higher for us. You ain't just doing that for yourself. You coming in conquering. And not only that, you not just here for an event. You saying you here to stay. Like, this is your new profession.
Yep.
So now what happens is you on a competition level, because now I have to do better business. Now I have to pay more money. And now I have to hurry up and rush battles as a result of you now booking battles. So you know I like the URL like to hold off on a lot of battle we supposed to get immediately. We don't get to 2 years later at times because you know what I'm saying, they don't want to book it right away and all these things. Now you got to book these battles that you would normally would sit on because you got people like RBE, Chrome 23 that don't mind spending the money to make the battle happen.
This is how whack they are. They sit on these battles, so then the fans wanting the battle dies down. They want to do the battle after the hype dies down, so they can pay cheaper for it. That's how whack they truly are. Now imagine, look, check this out. They were so intimidated by Ronnie. Now imagine Floyd Mayweather. This man is damn near a billionaire. Never took $1 or a penny from endorsement deals, and he's actually telling these rappers about their contracts.
Facts.
Because K-Shine is right. The moment Daylight didn't show up for the battle and it was already booked and he showed up, the contract is null and void. You still got to pay him that money and that's it.
Facts.
Same thing if Mayweather was to go do a boxing match and let's say his opponent doesn't show up for that fight, you think Mayweather has to do 4 other fights to make up for that fight? What are you talking about? No, he got his money.
Bro, I'm going to tell you who did that. Hitman Holla did that. I believe Hitman was booked to battle. I want to say it was Clean Paper. I want to say that. And somehow Clean Mayor didn't show up. Somebody didn't show up. And for whatever reason it was. But what ended up happening was Hitman was paid $7,000. $7 or $4. $7,000. The battle didn't happen. Hitman like, hey, I'm keeping that money. They tried to get him another battle. Hitman like, no, I'm not doing it because I was already paid to show up this day. It's my fault that it was canceled. So I'm not making up no battle. This ain't being hold off on. You're gonna have to pay me again.
You gotta pay him again. Facts.
Same thing happened Adept with Murder Mook. When Mook was supposed to battle, when him and Calico was supposed to battle, T-Top, and that battle didn't go down on Double Impact because of whatever happened with the venue.
Yeah, then it loaded and he got paid again.
Yeah, so he had to get paid again. Then, that was forfeit. You get what I'm saying? That was forfeit. It wasn't like, we gonna reschedule. No, you can't.
Nah, it's not like that. It's not like that, especially when you're dealing in the entertainment business. Because first of all, I took this night off to do this battle. I could have been doing something else to make money.
Facts.
Like, you're taking my time. My time is what's valuable at this point. That's what you're paying for. I took my time to come to the event. It didn't happen. I still get my money.
And then now look what happened with K-Shine. But then they try to play K-Shine, a little boy, him like, okay, we know we promised you the Daylight battle. We signed the contract with Daylight. We gave you the money for it. It was supposed to happen this day. Well, somehow that ended up not going through. So now you got to take the money we gave you for Daylight and you got to take 5 rappers instead. No, bro, no. No, that ain't how they go. But that's how they played it.
But the way they flipped it is crazy because, again, the contract, they're paying for my time. So you're saying that one night that I agreed to battle now equals 4 different battles?
Facts.
No, that's not true. They're playing these people, man.
Right, they definitely is. But the thing about these superstar battle rappers is they don't understand the position that they're in. The URL couldn't sue them if they wanted to. Because first of all, if you're dealing with the court of law protects you even in the ignorance that you don't know about. I'm going to give you an example. Remember when we were just watching the Norbs and URL trial thing? And you see how them judges was up there going through the paperwork, fine and flawed, both of their stuff.
That's why you always go to a bench trial when you're innocent.
See, that's the thing I love about America, right? The thing about America is the law protects you even from your own ignorance that you didn't know about. This is why you see like so many stars now as they grown. When they were kids, their mama and them was playing them and doing all these contracts, or when they were played out, they publishing and all this, that they now go to court getting all their stuff back because they been getting played and they owe money and things like that. You cannot do corrupt business in the United States. I don't care what type of paperwork you put it in. When they offered them 5-year contracts with no guarantees, those are corrupt contracts in the United States that do not stand legally binding in the state, in the country of the United States at all. A 5-year contract with no financial guarantee, that's slavery, brother. That's a slavery contract. What are you talking about?
Bro, there's not even any guaranteed work. So there's no guaranteed money, and there's not even guaranteed work.
And I can't even make money.
It's slavery.
That's not a contract. You can't take me, you can't sue me behind that. What? Not at all. And then let's just keep it real, man.
I knew that was BS because I got a homie that works in the tech field with me, but he works in a different company. But he signed a contract with that company saying that he can't quit and work anywhere else. He took him to court and he won. You can't do that.
Facts.
So URL contracts are BS. They're not gonna hold up anything in court. Period.
Bro, the URL took a devastating blow at the absence of service. Let's just be honest. They have no person to advertise and promote and push for them as continually as he did. They have no person who actually is accepted in the culture to handle what he was doing. And what was crazy, let's just keep it real. He raised the bar and standard just before leaving. He had got to now I don't know what happened, but like I say, we be in this for so long, we watch a lot of stuff go by. We just see it go by. Remember when the 725 or the 724 album came out? Was it 725?
725, yeah.
Okay. Remember when that album came out, Adept, and it did very good. I forgot what place it put on iTunes, but it got a lot of traction.
I think it was really high in the hip hop chart.
Yeah, it got a lot of traction and everything. Surf had announced his battle rap retirement as a result of that. He was like, I don't even want to rap no more. I'm done rapping. I'm just focusing on my music. He had all these ventures and things planned that he wanted to do and all these things he had on the Iron Fires. Then he released the album after that. I don't know the name of it, but it obviously didn't really do well coming behind that 725, which then redirected his energy back to battle rap to the point that it was like a fall off type. And he started being recommitted to battle rap. Like he dedicated himself back to it to the point that he actually started doing well. He coming with 3-4 rounds. He taking it serious. He promoting harder and stronger. So just before his absence, he put a grind in so crazy. That's another reason why I was salty at the Cave Gang situation, because they should have kept that Midnight Madness thing going for him, because that was actually big. The whole battle rap community got behind that ASAP, from the bloggers to the battle rappers to the community, and it was actually he put that thing into a play where it like automatic.
That's why I think he's such him and the URL. I don't know why they wouldn't put that on pay-per-view.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's when I knew that the URL was behind it.
That's how you know the URL was behind it.
Yeah, that's when
Even if the URL was behind it, why not get the extra money for the pay-per-view? Why not test the waters? Because I think I don't know if URL's renewing their contract with Caffeine or not.
You know the crazy thing about that? That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna tell you why they didn't pay-per-view it. I know why the URL didn't pay-per-view it, and I understand why they would never pay-per-view it. The money that's being made off the app, you don't want to risk no pay-per-viewing, because you need people to stay supporting the app, subscribing to the app when it's generating close to 1 million or better a month. Remember, the YouTube.
Yeah, but check it out. What are they gonna do once the Caffeine money's gone? I would think they're gonna go back to the pay-per-views and still have the app.
No, you can't.
Because people who don't buy the pay-per-view, they don't know the battle's going to drop on the app. That's the business theory. That's the theory there.
But the only thing is, I mean, you can do that if you think about it, because it would be no different. It'd be no different than what
caffeine for free.
Right, it would be no different. It'd be no different. But for the most,
I don't know why they wouldn't just do it anyway. Like, they'll pay-per-view the Midnight Madness, have them believe it's Surf thing, and then still drop the battles on the app.
Well, okay, and look, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, right. So when Surf had built his brand up even higher. Remember, 2 years ago, Surf was at 20,000 a battle. Then we know from that 20, he had built his stock up so high, and then he had this thing where, like, whatever he say was money, whatever he say was gold, and he can't do no wrong, right? So when he do go on the scene and he raise his stock up higher, and just when he had them boys on the road, remember he had put Cave Gang on to the point, like that last event, they had the meet and greet when they was showing all them people paying to take them pictures with them. So they was getting, so he had
the dudes with the Midnight Madness tattoos.
Yeah. Hey, you know that's crazy. Look, the man even said it himself. He said, "I'm finna write a book called How to Start a Cult." So the crazy thing about it, he knew he could say what he say and still ain't gonna be held accountable for it. But anyway, I'm getting somewhere with this, and I just want your input on this, right? There was nobody in battle rap that did the things that dude did. You could tell his absence in battle rap. You could feel it. You could see it. And I just got to give credit to what credit is due. He fed the community when it came to his social media push. It fed the bloggers. It kept giving content. He kept making things relevant. And he raised the bar to the point that his stock went up higher. Not just his, but the whole team's stock went up high. In his absence, it was a complete silence of replacing. And even right now to this day, they have no one to replace his energy, his commitment, his consistency over the internet. Verb tried to do it, but he can't do it because he ain't good enough to do it. And what I mean by that is he have to get better in battle rap. Now, I would say this in his behalf. His last battle with Shotgun Suge, that was a good battle. His last battle before that with Kid Chaos, that was okay. If he don't consistently stay good in battle rap, his voice means nothing in battle rap to that point. The thing that made Surf so impactful with what he did, he was backing it up with the battles. He went like 6-0 for the most part of what people were saying. So what he was saying out of his mouth, it raised the bar even higher. And in his absence, there haven't been no one to fill that void yet. To the point that the URL, not only did they lose a superstar, they lost a very good spokesperson for their behalf that void ain't filled. And they lost the superstar at a time where developing superstars ain't going so well for them, especially with what just happened with Kid Slade.
Kid Slade is the one they wanted to build up to be in that